The World Series indicators the American League.
Starting for the Red Storm at guard, number 1, John Lester.
The World Series is one of the MVP.
At guard, number 12, Kenneth Morgan. At center, number 44, Teddy Yankaitis. At forward, number 15, Devin Cowan. At forward, number 32, Kellen Munn. The Red Storm are coached by Coach Dermot Morgan. Now for the Cougars. Starting for the Cougars at guard, number 23, Austin Tatro. At guard, number 22, Rodney Grimshaw. At center, number 44, Jonathan Billiam. At forward, number 31, Harley Tavernet. At forward, number 32, Tom Bedard. The Cougars are coached by Coach Rob Aaron and assisted by Mike Sabatko. Please rise and remove all headgear for the playing of the national anthem.
So anyway, I'll have to...
Alrighty, folks, and welcome to Hometown Cable's presentation of boys varsity basketball, coming to you from Northeastern Clinton Central School in beautiful Champlain, New York, on this Friday evening, January 18th, 2013. The Cougars of Northeastern Clinton are entertaining the Red Storm of Saranac Lake Central School. Game just underway, and the Red Storm come up with the first tap and turn the ball over down at the other end. Cougars convert on their offense, first offensive opportunity, with Harley Tavernier taking a nice dish and finishing on the glass. We got a little technical difficulty here with the clock, so we're in a standby mode.
It's a long 18 seconds.
Alrighty. Okie doke. So we got the technical difficulty straightened out. The game is underway. Red Storm with the ball. I will set the lineups for you here just as quick as I get a chance. This is number 32 as Kellen Munn has the ball. Out on the point is number 12, Kevin Morgan. Here's Yankaitis. He turns, posts up nicely, puts it off the rim. Tavernier with a nice rebound. And the Red Storm shows some pressure there, but Tavernier ends up having the ball knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Cougars. So Tavernier got the rebound, outlet to Bedard. Bedard had Tom Lester all over him and got rid of the ball. Here's a nice entry pass for Filion. Filion, nice soft touch off the glass. And the Cougars are showing their strength in the paint here so far against a pretty good size Red Storm defender. Here's Yankadis. He's double teamed underneath, and Tavernier's going to foul him. So he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. We get just under a minute gone, or just over a minute gone here in the first half, and the Cougars have converted on their 2 offensive opportunities. Now the Red Storm with a chance to get on the board as Teddy Yankadis shoots 2. Foul, as I may have said, or I may not have said, is against Harley Tavernier. So back to the lineup also on the floor for the Red Storm. There's a offensive good effort on the offensive glass there by Munn, but ball goes out of bounds and goes over to the Cougars. And it looks like the Red Storm in a solid man-to-man defense here, which will be interesting going up against the patented 2-3 zone that we always see Coach Karen and the Cougars throw at all the opposers. Here's Tavernier in the paint. His shot gets altered by Yankadis, and in the ensuing rebound gets tied up, so it'll stay with the Cougars on the alternating possession. Tatro will inbound underneath the basket. This is Grimshaw. Grimshaw drives the lane, tries to dump it off for Filion, and that gets knocked out of bounds by Devin Cowan, the other Red Storm player that I haven't mentioned. 7 on the shot clock. Out for Bedard. Bedard's going to launch the 3. That one goes off the glass and in. So Tom Bedard knocks down a triple to put the Cougars up by a 7-0 score. That one goes out of bounds and last touch by the Red Storm. Here's Tatro. He's going to line up for 3 and knocks that one down. So Austin Tatro leading the league in 3-pointers is 1 for 1 so far on his effort. There's a drive in the lane. Lester back out for Morgan. Morgan tries to dump one in for Yankadis, a little bit too high, and Tavernier comes up with the ball. So once again, the Red Storm come up empty on the offensive end, and the Cougars looking to take advantage of that. Here's a nice pass inside for Filion. He decides to dump it back out. Grimshaw does a nice job of coming up with that fairly weak pass. Grimshaw penetrates, drives the lane, puts it up. It's blocked. Yankadis on the rebound, and he's going to get fouled. So that foul's going to go against Grimshaw on the loose ball foul. So ball goes over to the Red Storm. Morgan in for Munn, and that shot goes up. It was Cowan on the drive, and he gets fouled on the way up. Looks like John Filion is going to pick up his first foul, and that's going to put Devin Cowan at the line to shoot 2. Cowan's first shot is up, and that one rolls off the rim. And the second one is on its way, and that one looks like it's short. Filion with the rebound, outlets it to Grimshaw. Grimshaw pushing the ball up the court. Here's Tatro with it. Bedard drives, and he gets fouled on his way through the lane, so I don't think we're going to be in a shooting situation here. Tatro once again will inbound. Here's Grimshaw from the baseline. That one's short. Cowan with the rebound. And the Red Storm push. Here's Morgan. That one goes off the glass. And it's rebounded there. Yankadis comes up with a loose ball, gets his own rebound, rolls that one around, and that one won't fall. Rebounded by Bedard. So once again, the Red Storm only have the one foul shot to made foul shots so far to show for any of their offense. They've been working hard on the glass, but not getting anything to fall for. And Tom Bedard gets a nice friendly roll there and drops his second three-pointer in, give him 6 points. Cougars with a 13-1 lead, and Coach Morgan wants a timeout. So 4:14 on the clock. It's the Cougars 13, the Red Storm 1. Alrighty, out of the timeout. Red Storm with the ball. Facing a 12-point deficit here halfway through the first quarter. They need to see if they can't get something going offensively. The Cougars are firing on all cylinders at this point with their ability to make those those inside post moves, or post plays anyway, and scoring from the inside, and then of late 3 for 3 from downtown, and they've pushed that lead up to 12 points here in the early going. Garrett Begor, number 24, checks into the contest for the Cougars during the timeout. Coach Morgan still has his original 5 out on the floor for the Red Storm. Here's Bedard, nice left-handed drive there, and he kisses one off the glass and in. Tom Bedard with 8 points here in the halfway through the first quarter. So the lone senior on the Cougar team, having a pretty good night. That one's blocked. Filion does a nice job of grabbing that loose ball. Here's Begor up for Tatro. Tatro over for Bedard. Bedard drives the lane, draws his defender off, but drags that back foot and gets called for the travel. So now the Red Storm go to the bench, and number 2, Carl Bevilacqua, checks into the contest, and Lester will sit. Morgan. Cowan back from Morgan, thinks about the 3, drives the lane, puts up a scoop shot, and that one goes in. So Kevin Morgan with the first field goal for the Red Storm here with 5 minutes gone in the contest. So already dug themselves a fairly deep hole. Here's Begor, he's going to line up for 3. That one's short, rebounded by by Morgan. He pushes the ball up, cuts through the lane, shoots that one up a little bit too long. Bedard with the rebound. He runs by 2 Red Storm players. We got a 4-on-3, and Filion can't finish. Gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. So John Filion running the floor with the Cougars on a 4-on-3 break. Gets the ball underneath, misses a chip. He gets his own rebound and gets fouled as he drops it in. So John Filion will be at the line to shoot 1. The foul goes on number 15, Devin Cowan. And Filion shots long. So. Inside for Yankaitis. He spins around, puts it up a nice soft touch. So 3 points for the big fella. And here comes the Red Storm. I'm sorry, Cougars with the ball. Looking to extend that lead. Tatro has it. Here's Bedard. Begor. Cougars content to keep it on the perimeter. Look for the outside shot. Tom Bedard's shot comes off the front of the rim. Yankaitis comes down with the rebound, but Bedard promptly takes it out of his hand. Here's Begor, and he's going to get called for steps. So we got just under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Cougars still with a 12-point lead and leading 17-5 at this point. Morgan slaps through the lane. Tavernier looked like he had the shot pretty well blocked, but he's going to get fouled, and that'll put Kevin Morgan at the line to shoot 2. That'll be 2 fouls on Harley Tavernier here in the first quarter. Morgan's first foul shot hits the front of the rim and rolls in. Rodney Grimshaw checks back into the contest, and Tavernier will sit with his 2 fouls. Morgan's second shot is up, a little bit long. Begor with the rebound. Gives it over for Grimshaw. Here's Tatro. Begor, and he throws the ball away. This is Cowan. 1-on-3, puts the shot up. Grimshaw blocks it. Morgan with the rebound. and he can't make it fall. Bedard comes away with the rebound. So Cougars get away with a turnover there, and Red Storm can't capitalize on it. Here's Grimshaw in the lane, dumps it off for Filion. Filion underneath, loops it up and around and won't fall. And the Red Storm come down with the rebound. Nice dish off by Grimshaw, but Filion couldn't make the finish. So that shot by Munn comes up short. Grimshaw pulls down the other end. Tatro comes up with an offensive rebound. He'll take the open three. That one's off the back iron. Munn with the rebound. So each team coming up empty on successive ends down. Here we're under a minute to play. Here's Morgan. Dumps it off for Munn. Munn has the ball above his head. Puts the shot up. That one's short. Filion with the rebound. Outlets to Bedard. So Bedard is going to settle for the last shot here. We got about a 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. So Cougars can run this right down and see if they can't get the last shot off. Red Storm have settled into a 2-3 zone at this point. Here's Tatro, thinks about it, gives it off for Bedard, over for Begor. Begor drives. He's going to put the shot up. Looked like a lot of contact there, but no whistle and the horn sound. So after 8 minutes of play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, the Cougars on top by a score of 17-6. Clock must have gone off a little soon. Okay, now the cheerleaders get to come out and do another routine. I think the PA announcer did. Okay, so here we are, folks, back for the second quarter of action. Northeastern Clinton Central School hosting the Red Storm of Saranac Lake. Red Storm start off with the ball, get the shot blocked underneath, and here comes Bedard with it. It's it over for Tatro. Tatro is going to launch a three. That was short. Rebounded by Morgan. Morgan brings the ball down against the Cougars are quick to get back into that zone. There's a ball sent in for Yankaitis. He can't quite hang on to it. Munn comes up with the loose ball. He's in the paint. Puts the shot up, won't fall. Filion comes down with the rebound. Out for Tatro. Tatro comes down. Red Storm are back in defense pretty quickly. Here's Grimshaw. He drives the lane, puts the shot up, blocked from behind by Munn. Outlet for Cowan. Sends it out for Morgan. Morgan with an open look at a three. He knocks that one down. 6 points for Kevin Morgan. He's got 2/3 of the Red Storm points, and they cut their deficit to 8. Here's Tavernier back for Bedard. Bedard looking for the openness. Again, the Red Storm wisely switched into a 2-3 zone and have seemed to have at least stopped the bleeding anyway. Long span in the last 2 or 3 minutes that the Cougars have not scored. So under 3 seconds here on the shot clock. That one doesn't hit the rim, so Red Storm come away with the ball. Morgan drives and gets fouled out front. Looks like Rodney Grimshaw is going to pick up his second foul. And Red Storm's going to be able to take it out of bounds. It's going to be, I think it's 14 fouls on the Cougars. And we got a substitution. Garrett Bewar checks back into the contest, and Tatro will sit. Tavernier with the rebound off the Forrest Morgan missed. Here's Bedard from the top. That one's long. Nice rebound there by Morgan. Morgan long pass up for Cowan. Drops it off for Munn, but Munn can't handle the pass, and Filion intercepts. So Rob Guerin doesn't like what he sees and calls a quick timeout. So with 6:04 remaining in the first half, Cougars clinging to an 8-point lead, 17-9. Alrighty, here we go. Out of the timeout. Cougars with the ball. 8-point lead. Grimshaw thinks about it. Gives it over for Bedard. Bedard's going to take the shot. Knock that one down. Bedard hits the double-digit level there. Now he's got 11 points. He's got 3 threes. And that one's swatted down out of the air. And Cougars come up with a loose ball. Going to be a foul on the Red Storm. And Cougars will have it. Devin Cowan picks up the foul. Be his second. Again, the Red Storm have only gone 6 deep on their bench, as have the Cougars. So there's Bedard again. He's got the hot hand. That one looks like it's good. Yep, we got a signal that was a 3. So give Tom Bedard 14 points here in the not even halfway through the second quarter. So that one gets knocked away. Grimshaw comes up with a loose ball over for Bigor. Bigor left hand. That one's short. Bedard with a rebound gives it over for Bigor. He's way underneath the basket. Struggle for the ball, and it's going to stay with the Cougars. Now Coach Morgan goes to the bench and puts in 4 fresh bodies. We've got, try to get them all for you. Number 5 is Alex Bowden, his first foray into the contest. And nice move by Tom Bedard there to get his defender up and scooped up underneath him and finishes at that end. So again, here's Kevin Morgan. Number 1 is Tom Lester. He was one of the starters. He's back in. Number 10 is Dustin Fisher. His first shot into the contest. And also number 50 is Harley Stankus. So Coach Morgan going to the bench here and putting in some of his different players to see if he can't make something happen. Morgan gets called for the travel out front. So with 4:38 left in the first half, Cougars will take the turnover and go down the other way. Number 12, Matt LaFave checks in for the Cougars to give Austin Tatro a rest. Inside for Filion. Filion a little bit too strong. Gets his own rebound underneath and puts the shot up and in. So John Filion showing his strength underneath. It's a hard, strong move to the goal and picks up the foul, and will be at the line to see if he can't finish that 3-point play. Number 50, Harley Stankus, it knocked on his can there as John Filion came up. Looked like he came up underneath his chin, but Stankus was definitely out of position. Filion, and he converts on that one. So 7 points for John Filion. So the Cougars, with a good mixture of interior and perimeter playing here, have pushed the lead up to 28-9. Got themselves up to a 19-point lead here pretty quick. That one's inside. Stankus puts the shot up too long. Tavernier with the rebound. And here come the Cougars looking to add to that lead. Bedard sees an opening, goes inside, gets the ball knocked away by Morgan, but it stays with the Cougars. So Tom Bedard saw the opening and drove the lane, but Kevin Morgan showing some good athleticism, blocked that shot from behind. Coach Morgan seen enough of his bench, puts his 2 bigs back in. Yankaitis and Munn are back into the contest. Here's Tavernier from short distance, and he knocks that one down. So 4 points for Harley Tavernier, first since the opening minutes of the game, and with 3:51 to go in the first half, Red Storm call a timeout. folks, we're back out of the timeout. Storm with the ball, down by 21. As Lester tries to get it inside for Yankitis, but it's blocked by Tavernier. Lester gets the ball inside and puts the shot up, blocked by Fillion, but the Red Storm get it back again. This time they lose the handle on it, and Cougars come away with the turnover finally after a couple of blocks and a couple of knockaways, and Grimshaw is going to get called for the travel, so the Cougars turn the ball over again. So Red Storm certainly have their opportunities, just not failing to, or are failing to click, make things fall. So here's Kevin Morgan, he drives, looks to drop it back off, nobody there. That was lobbed inside for Munn, so finally they get one inside, and Kellen Munn converts his first points of the contest. Here's Grimshaw, gives it out for Bedard. Bedard for Lefebvre. Bedard again. Inside, gives it out for Lefebvre. Lefebvre knocks it, tries to knock it inside for Tavernier, gets swatted away, but Bedard comes away with the loose ball. Tavernier steps back out. Here's Grimshaw from the top. That one rims out, and Munn with the rebound. So here come the Red Storm. They get a stop, see if they can't get a point on the get a basket on the other end to see if they can't cut into it. And as a long rebound comes out for Lefebvre. Lefebvre runs a 2-on-2 break, pulls it back out, gives it for Bedard. Bedard's loose at the top. That one's a little bit long. Fillion gets up, puts a hand on it. The Cougars get a fresh 35. Once again, Bedard. Here's Tavernier. We got 15 on the shot clock. Grimshaw decides to drive, puts it in, off the glass, and in. First points of the contest for Rodney Grimshaw, one of the leading scorers of this Cougar team. Missed about the first 4 or 5 games, or 5 games of the season, but since then he's been a real leader in the scoring column for the Cougars. Yankitis shoots one from way outside, but that one goes off the back iron, and that one rattles around underneath, and Bedard showing some good hands out there, gets it off for Grimshaw. So Grimshaw 2 trips down, 2 buckets, give him 4 points. This one's swatted away. Fillion comes up with a loose ball. Lefebvre 1-on-1 against Morgan. He's going to put it up and draw the foul, or draw the charge, I should say. So Matt Lefebvre does the right thing, take it to the rack. Kevin Morgan didn't look to me like he had the position, but then again, I'm not the official. So anyway, he gets the call, and Red Storm will again get the turnover. So both teams go to the bench. Number 13 is Joey Karp in for the first time for the Red Storm, and Matt Cater is checked in for the Cougars. Inside for Munn. Munn loses the handle. Cater comes up with the loose ball, and here come the Cougars. And Munn making a nice play there, coming from behind the play, taps it away, and gets the turnover. Morgan out front, looking to penetrate, gets it inside for Stankus, puts the shot up, awkward shot that won't go in. Cater with the rebound, and here come the Cougars. Under about 30 seconds to go here, and again, just a couple of second difference on the shot clock. So same as what happened at the end of the first quarter. Cougars will run the clock down, see if they can't get the last shot. So we're under 10. Here's Bedard. He's going to take the shot. That one's short. Ball goes up. Red Storm with the rebound, and the clock goes. So at the end of the half here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, the Cougars with a solid 23-point lead by a score of 34-11. We'll see you in 10. Alrighty, folks, we are back for the second half of this CBAC Division I boys varsity basketball game coming to you from Northeastern Clinton Central School this Friday night, January 18th, 2013. The Cougars take a 23-point lead into the second half. Cougars starting off with a couple of their reserve players in here to start off. Number 11 is Brendan Booten. Number 14, Adam Cater, getting the start here in the second half. So Cougars with the ball. Here's Cater, gives it out for Tatro. They're under 10 on the shot clock. Cater's going to put the shot up. Hits the rim. Kevin Morgan with the rebound, and they'll see if he can't get his Red Storm fired up to see if they can't chew into that 23-point deficit here. Morgan drives the lane, and he gets called for the travel. White is the play. All right, looks like they're going to extend that zone. Looks like they're going to go into a 3-2 zone, try to work the trap. But Tatro gets the ball through the trap and runs away from the double team. Booten's going to put up the three. That was short. It's rebounded by Cowan. Outlet pass gets knocked away by Bedard, but he's going to get called for the foul on the reach-in foul.
Come on, Cougars!
So Morgan will bring the ball up here, and we got a timeout on the floor. So with minute 15 gone here in the third quarter, no change in the score, 34-11. Okay. Out of the timeout. Red Storm with the ball. Morgan chucks up the three. It won't fall. Tatro comes up with the rebound. Morgan steals it away from him and ties it up. So Red Storm will have the ball. And they will try again here on the offensive end to see if they can't draw first blood here in the second half. Out for Morgan. Here's Munn. He'll put up the shot. Drains it. Kellen Munn knocks down a three-pointer, and the Red Storm strike first here in the second half. It's still down by 20. Tatro up for Booten. Booten gives it for Cater. Cater, entry pass gets stolen by Morgan. Morgan goes the length of the court and drops it in. 8 points for Kevin Morgan. So here they got a 2-3 zone trap going on here at midcourt. Bedard dribbles through, gets it across the timeline, and they're looking for something here on the offensive end. Tatro for Bedard. Bedard thinks about it, drives the lane, puts the shot up, and draws the foul. And looks like Yankaitis had his hands on the ball, but referee Revenue sees it otherwise and calls the foul on Yankaitis, and a shooting foul with that. So Tom Bedard will be at the line to shoot two. First one is up and good. 2 fouls on Yankaitis. Bedard gets the first points of the second half for the Cougars, and knocks down both of them, so give him 18 points. And despite what it says on the clock, we should get one more. Here we go. Moose gets us all caught up on the scoreboard. Out for Morgan. Morgan to Lester, inside for Munn. Munn chucks it in for Yankaitis. Yankaitis catches and gets fouled. Munn will inbound. Out for Morgan. Here's Lester. Thinks about it, but pulls the ball down. Out for Morgan. Morgan will look to slice the lane again. Is his MO. Gives it off for Yankaitis. Finds Munn underneath. And Munn draws the foul. So nice ball movement there by the Red Storm. Get the ball into one of their bigs underneath, who draws the foul. So Tom Bedard I believe will pick up his second foul. So there's 3 or 4 Cougars with 2 fouls each. And Kellen Munn will put the shot up. Gets a nice friendly roll off the front of the rim. And drops it in. And the second one's up. And that one's good. So Munn was 7 points. He's got, once again, Cougars break that half-court trap, but the pass back for Bedard comes a little bit too long, and the Cougars get called for a backcourt violation. So Red Storm have caused a couple turnovers here with that trap. Here's Munn inside again. His shot goes up a little bit too strong. Tavernier with the rebound. So the Red Storm back into a set offense or half-court offense. Here's Booten for 3. He knocks that one down. So Brendan Booten gets into the scoring action with a 3-pointer from the top of the key. Morgan fakes and chucks up a 3. And that one falls to the ground and goes out of bounds. And we'll go over to the Cougars. Rodney Grimshaw will check back into the contest, and Brendan Booten will sit. And we get a little administrative timeout here. Austin Tatro can't get his shoe back on, so Garrett Bigor will check into the contest and allow the youngster to get reshod. Once again, that half-court trap, and that creates a turnover. Ball gets taken away by Fillion, but he gets called for the foul. Tom Lester took exception to the foul by Fillion, but the cooler heads have prevailed, and we'll move on. So here's Morgan, gives it over for Lester. Lester gets it swatted out of his hand, but Morgan shows good hands there to grab the ball back. Red Storm with the ball. Morgan checks around, puts up a left-handed shot, goes up a little bit long. Rebound comes down for Cowan, and Cowan gets it over for Morgan. So here's Yankaitis, puts the shot up. That won't fall. And it's saved by Lester, but Grimshaw gets the ball. Here's Bedard. Stutters in the lane, but he'll get called for the travel. And we got another substitution. Carl Bevilacqua will come back into the contest, and Tom Lester will sit. Here's Cowan. Morgan. This is Bevilacqua inside for Yankaitis. He turns around and knocks one off the glass. So Teddy Yankaitis gets his first 2 points of the second half here. Give him 5 total. And the Cougars, there's a nice pass by Bedard to Grimshaw, who finds Fillion underneath. So they break the press, and John Fillion finishes at the other end. Give him 9. And I push the lead back up to 21. Inside for Munn. Munn muscles his way in a little bit too hard off the glass. Bedard with the nice rebound there, and the Red Storm back out of their press. They looks like they're only doing their 2-3 trap after a made basket, and they haven't made one in a while. So on the transition, they're hustling back to see if they can't get into that 2-3 zone. Morgan going to get called for the reach foul. And that's going to give the ball to the Cougars. Looks like the second team foul on the Red Storm. Here's Bigor. Grimshaw drives the lane, gives it out for Tavernier. Tavernier decides not to take the shot from the elbow, gives it back out. Cougars have it on the perimeter. Inside for Fillion. He drives, but ball movement out for Bedard from the elbow. His shot's a little bit long, and Bevilacqua comes down with the rebound. Here's Morgan. He drives the lane, gets the ball swatted out of his hand, and that one gets entry pass is a little bit too long, and Yankitis, I don't think, was ready for it. And the Red Storm turned the ball over. Here's Grimshaw in the lane. Looks for some room, puts the shot up, clangs off the side. And Yankitis with a rebound and a long outlet, but that play didn't go anywhere, and Bigor comes up with a steal, and we got a timeout on the floor. So with 1:54 to go in the third quarter, Cougars with a 21-point lead, 41-20. Okay, here we go out of the timeout. Cougars with the ball, a 21-point lead. Tavernier from the top of the foul line has his pass swatted away by Morgan, so the Red Storm come up with the turnover here. Seeing if they can't capitalize. Here's Munn. That one's going to be an air ball. Goes out of bounds, and it'll go over to the Cougars. Here's that 3-2 half-court trap. Cougars get the ball over. Looks like inside for Grimshaw. Grimshaw shows nice athleticism there to come up with it. But his shot's a little bit too strong. Munn with the rebound. Here's Morgan. Drives against three defenders and pulls up short and drops it in. 10 points for Kevin Morgan to lead the Red Storm in scoring. Here's Bigor. Gives it over for Bedard. Bedard up for Grimshaw. Grimshaw drives. Puts the shot up. No foul there. This time the ball comes out. Bigor gets the ball swatted away, but he stays with it. Tavernier. Here's Bedard. Over for Grimshaw. And he jumps that one off for Grimshaw. Grimshaw, his first 2 points in the second half. Give him 6 total. It's played by Tom Bedard in the line. Fans wanted to travel, but he didn't get it. There's Yankitis showing some good hands there. Puts the shot up and draws the foul, so he'll be at the line to shoot one. And that foul's on John Fillion. That's going to be 4 on him. So Fillion not too long for this game with 26 seconds left here in the third. Hope he can keep his nose clean. That one goes out. Fillion with the long rebound. Here's Bigor. Inside. It's Grimshaw. Under 10. Grimshaw drives the lane, gives it for Fillion. Fillion gets the ball stripped out of his hand, and we get a held ball. Cougars will inbound here with 0.8 seconds on the clock. Grimshaw gets the shot off, but hits the back iron and falls to the ground. So after 3 quarters of play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, it's the Cougars 43, the Red Storm of Saranac Lake 24. Here we go, folks. Fourth quarter action here from Northeastern Clinton Central School, Champlain, New York. Red Storm with the ball, trailing by 19. This is Carl Bevilacqua, gives it over for Morgan. Morgan has been the leader so far for the Red Storm, and we get a timeout on the floor. So with just 10 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter, we get a timeout on the floor. right. Here we go again. Fourth quarter action. Here's Kellen Munn on the inside. Nice, good, strong move to the hoop there, and Munn converts. Give him 9 points. Once again, the Cougars break the trap defense. Here's Lefebvre, sends it off for Callan Dusso, who checked in during the timeout, and Dusso knocks down 2 points, so he gets into the scoring action. Here's Morgan, drives the lane, rolls off the rim. Tavernier has the rebound, and Lefebvre comes up with it, and now we got a timeout on the floor. So a lot of bodies flying around down there, and Cougars end up with the ball, but Coach Guerin calls a timeout, and still haven't even got a minute gone left in the fourth quarter. Okay, Cougars with the ball. Tetro gets through that trap. Gives it over for Tavernier. Tavernier back over for Tetro. Cougars work the clock. Tavernier, Bedard off the screen, gives it over for Tetro. Tetro is bothered by Lester and loses the ball briefly, but then gets it back, and Tavernier finishes off the Bedard assist. So Harley Tavernier with 6 points. This is his first of the first two of the second half, but he's got 6 total. That was tries to get inside for Yankitis. Here's a 2-on-1 break. Dusso tries to finish on the other end and gets the ball knocked out of bounds by Morgan. Dave gets it in for Bedard. Bedard over for Dusso. Dusso puts the shot up. It's short. Morgan with the rebound. And the Red Storm will come back the other way, trailing by 19. Here's Yankitis. He loses his balance, and that lob pass is going to go out of bounds, and the Red Storm will turn the ball over. Looks like Yankitis may have twisted his ankle on that play or banged his knee or some such thing, but the big guy went down and now goes to the bench. Number 10, Dustin Fisher checks back in, as does number 13, Joey Karp. Here's Bedard. Lefebvre. Here's it for Tavernier. Back for Lefebvre. We got 10 to shoot. Lefebvre's shot was short. Morgan with the rebound. And Lefebvre hustles down the floor, and he's going to get called for the foul. Morgan lost his balance there, but Matt Lefebvre was in the right place at the wrong time, and he's going to draw the foul, or pick up the foul. Looking bound for Munn. Munn over for Lester. Here's Morgan. Drives the lane, puts up a wild shot. Dusso can't handle the rebound, but comes up with it and knocks it off of Munn's leg. So good heads-up play by Callan Dusso, who doesn't get a whole heck of a lot of playing time, but he's sure getting his minutes here in the fourth quarter. Tetro switches directions, drives the lane, puts up a nice move off the glass, and Austin Tetro with a relatively quiet night on the scoring end has 5 points. First since the first quarter. Tetro's been pretty quiet. And we got a timeout on the floor. So just under 5 minutes to play here in the contest. Cougars back up by a 23-point lead, 49-26. Out of the timeout. Cougars with the ball. I failed to mention the referees early on. I apologize. We have Keith Revenue and Steve Parker doing the game tonight. Calvin anticipated a lot of whistles. I don't think that we had that many. We only got a total of 8 fouls here in the second half, and I think we had about the same in the first half. Cougars doing what they can to keep the ball away from the Red Storm and get the ball under the shot clock down under 10 seconds, and Tom Bedard gets fouled. So that'll give him a fresh 35, and Coach Morgan goes to the bench. Yankaitis and Stankus come into the game. So Cougars with a fresh 35 here. Here's Bedard. So back over for Tetro. Tetro's got an open look for the 3, and he knocks it down. So 8 points for Austin Tetro. Morgan takes a couple extra steps there, and he's not going to get away with that one. Brendan Booten comes back into the contest, and Tetro will sit. Just over 4 minutes to play here in the contest, and Red Storm back into their. Looks like they're running a man-to-man defense now, so Coach Morgan switching things up on the defensive end. And that one gets knocked away by Morgan. Morgan comes in. Lefebvre hustles back and knocks the ball out of his hand, but he's going to pick up the foul, so Morgan will go to the line to shoot 2. Matt Lefebvre showing some good hustle to get down the court to defend on that. .347 to play here in the fourth quarter. Kevin Morgan at the line to shoot 2. First one rolls on the front rim and drops in. Morgan, the sole player on the Red Storm team to hit the double digits. The next one is up, and that one rolls around and drops in. So 12 points for the point guard for Red Storm. Here's Booten. Comes off the screen. Gives it for Bedard. Bedard to Cater. Cater to Lefebvre. Back for Booten. Inside for Bedard. Nice look by Brendan Booten. Finds Tom Bedard open underneath. And Bedard now with 20 points. That was stolen by Brendan Booten. He's going to take it in over the outstretched arms of Kevin Morgan. Morgan defends nicely there. There's a three-pointer that goes off the back iron, and we got a foul underneath. And looks like that foul is going to go against Adam Cater. That's going to be 17 fouls, or 18 fouls, I'm sorry, for the Cougars. So that'll put a shooter on the line. Stankus is going to be the one who got fouled, so he will be at the shot line to shoot 1 and 1. That one hits the back iron and drops in. So he will get another one. And this one's up. And air ball, so Cougars will take that over. Carl Bevilacqua checks back into the contest, and Stankus will sit. So on the floor for the Cougars now is a bunch of reserves. We get number 24, Garrett Begor, number 12, Matt Lefebvre with the ball. Here's 45 is Callan Dusso, Adam Cater, and Brendan Booten. So Coach Guerin doing his best to get some playing time in for the gentlemen who don't get to play all that often. Garrett Here's Lefebvre, gives it inside for Cater. Cater back out for Booten. Booten with an open look from the top of the key. That one's short. Bigor with a nice offensive rebound there, and he gets fouled on the way up. So Garrett Bigor will be at the line to shoot two. 2:29 to play here in the fourth quarter. Bigor, one of the only 3 Cougars have yet to crack the scoreboard, so hopefully he can roll one of these in and get his name in the box score. The first one rolls off the side of the rim. And the second one is up, and that one misses. So Red Storm with the rebound, and here comes number 13 is Joey Karp. Karp. There's Munn on the inside. Adam. Cater on the defense. Munn's shot is a little bit too strong. Cater comes down with the rebound. Outlet to Booten. And the Cougars slow things down. Red Storm now playing in a half-court man-to-man. That the traps seemed to work for them, but I think they ran out of energy, and now they just running this half-court man-to-man defense. The Cougars content to run the shot clock down as far as they can on each possession. Bigor loses a handle. Ball's loose on the floor. Karp comes away with it. Gives it over for Cowan. Cowan lobs one inside. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but either way, Bigor comes away with it. Here's Booten. He's going to run it in and put up the short jumper that won't fall. Cater battling for the offensive rebound, and the Cougars will restart here with a fresh 35. Here's Booten. They switch over dribble there, and the ball gets swatted out of his hand. So Brendan Booten showing some nice move there. A little crossover dribble and takes it through the lane. Just over a minute to play. Here's Bigor. Cater. Lefebvre back to Booten. Booten over for Bigor. Bigor will launch it. That one's off the back iron. Rebounded by Bevilacqua. And Lefebvre reaches around from the back, and he's going to pick up the foul. Bevilacqua will be at the line to shoot 1-1. Under a minute to play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School. Cougars with a comfortable 25-point lead. Bevilacqua hits the first of the 1-1. And the second one is on its way. And that one's good. So Bevilacqua gets into the scoring action with 2 points. Cougars have the ball, get about a 10-second differential, so they'll have to get a shot off and give the ball back to the Red Storm. Not that that's going to be much of an effect at this point, but Cougars willing to just run that clock down as far as they possibly can. Booten, nice move there, drives the lane and kisses it off the glass. So Brendan Booten showing some good plays for a youngster who doesn't get to play that much, but he's showed some pretty good effort tonight. Here's Bigor with a loose ball, and he's going to pull it out and let the clock run out. So as the clock winds down, the Cougars will come away with a D1 win here at Northeastern Clinton Central School with a final of 56-31 over the Red Storm of Saranac Lake Central School. We thank you for watching this episode of Hometown Cable brings you boys varsity basketball. Once again, we thank you for watching Hometown Cable. Television all of you should be supporting.